Good morning, fellow Guardians. So, we are on week 4 of the Grandmaster Nightfalls, and it is the Fallen Sabre this week, which is Arc and Void Shields and Anti-Barrier and Overload Champions. Now, this is just a little video showcasing the best places to go that we found in my team throughout the entire Nightfall, the best hiding spots and best places to be, which might help you, and if not, don't worry, there's many ways of doing this, but this is just the ways that we have found. Now, first things first, loadouts. Now, we've done this with various loadouts, and the best ones we have found is with 2 hunters, one with bottom tree void for the invisibility for the team, and a stasis hunter, as well as a chaos reach warlock, just for the bit of damage, which helps tremendously on that final phase of the boss when he chases you around. Now, in terms of weapons, snipers and a bow, Anarchy is very good, or Izanagi's, and we also had one divinity. So we had an Izanagi, Anarchy, and a divinity, as well as bows and sniper rifles, and one scout rifle for the anti-barrier. Now, that's it on loadouts, so let's have a look and go into the Nightfall itself. Now, I'm going to do this probably on Legends, just because it has some champions there, hopefully enough so I can explain where they spawn, and hopefully I don't get too wrecked in the explanation as well, and that's why I haven't done it on Grandmaster on my own. So, without further ado, let's jump into the Nightfall. Okay, so we are into the Nightfall now, and when you get up to this area, when you follow the objective on your sparrows, just watch out for the Warsat drop, because no matter where you are, it can potentially kill you, and it's not worth losing a res over. So normally if you get killed by the Warsat, you can always just pull out and come back in and try it again, as it's so early on. Okay, so once you are ready, you can scan the Warsat. Make sure you are stood on this side of the Warsat, otherwise the ship when it comes in will wreck you, basically. Okay, if you've got Titan barriers, you can pop them on each side of here, which helps tremendously. Or if you've got a Warlock, pop a rift down, normally at about 10 to 11 on the Warsat. Okay, so once the ship's in, you want to make sure you take out those cannons more than anything, because they will wreck you. There we go. Now, you can do this safely up to about 15 if you're not an invisible hunter on the Grandmaster. If you're not, you want to head back to this area here. Now, this is safe spot number 1. Now, from here, the ship cannot shoot you, but these wretches, as you can see, do come up, as well as the invisible marauders. Now, they can come up from both sides, so normally it's this side in the front, but just keep an eye on it anyway. Very straightforward. So from here, you can slowly peek, use the cover, take out the ads from range. And once you're confident enough, you can head towards the Warsat and continue with the transmission. Now, if you've got an invisible hunter, you can just stay invisible and just keep transmitting this Warsat all the way until the next phase. Okay, so the next phase will start when the transmission of the Warsat gets to 36. Now, when this happens, the ship above me now will disappear and 2 more ships will arrive. So, as you can see here, 36, that ship's disappearing. And on this, you want to head below where you actually came into the Nightfall. Just keep an eye out. You don't want to go too early because those 2 ships can shoot you. Now then, from there, you want to get like that to this area here. Now, this gives all the enemies a chance to run back up. And from here, behind this rock here, is the nice spot number 2. Now, from here, you can slowly peek around and take off the Vandals' health, like so. And because you're this far down as well, the invisible marauders and the fallen captain, the arc guy, do not push you at all. So you can just slowly take them out at your leisure. And another good thing to note is the overload champion will nearly always come just above here, so you can hide from the marauders and the vandals and slowly take him out as well. Now let's see if he's going to peek for us. Yeah, there he is. Ah, there he is. So then you can just slowly take him out from this range, nice and safely, without having to worry about anything else. 'Cause normally he doesn't disappear either, like that. But very straightforward. And that's it for this room here, essentially. Now, only other thing I will say is, if you've still got the invisible hunter, just get them to stay in here. Keep going invisible. Keep making your teammates invisible if you need to. And if you're not going for platinum, you can just stay in here throughout the whole thing, especially if you've got 3 hunters with void. The only thing I will say is we found this quite helpful. Now once we've taken out all of the ads up there, all the little marauders, it's worth taking out the ship cannons on the left ship. So the left as I'm looking at it now. Just because that's the only one that can shoot you, so that's that one there, can shoot you from this range. The other one tends to get stuck behind that hive spire. Okay, so going on to the next phase, these ships will actually disappear about 65, so just make sure that if you've got a hunter in here, once it reaches about 63, try and get all your teammates together and you're going to swap sides. Just make sure you've got an invisibility. Okay, so that's the ships departing there, you can see on about 65. Now from this you can go back up to safe spot number 1 and complete the rest of this encounter. So that's it for this first Warsat encounter. Very, very straightforward. Just take your time with it and slowly take out the ads as and when you need to. Okay, so moving on to the second encounter. Now we found this probably one of the more difficult areas, if not the most difficult throughout the Nightfall. Now there's two ways of doing this we found. First way is you can just slowly creep forward, keep opening and slowly taking out the ads. Now this is quite time consuming, but it is very good if you're trying to do it solo. But we found the best bet is to take out as many ads as you can in that first bit. Now if you've got 2 Titans with Ursa Furiosa shields, you can just keep popping them without any worries and just keep taking out the ads. That was the quickest way we found it, and you can clear this room in a couple minutes. However, if you haven't got this, you can always head over to this area here, where I am now, this little corridor. Now this is going to be a safe spot for this one. So this is safe spot number 3. The only thing you've got to watch from here is the ads that might come out of there, and as you can see, a few ads coming out from here. Now normally the ads don't push in. You get a couple more orders spawn just like that from here. Just keep an eye on that. As long as you've got one person watching each way, just add one person watching this spawn as well. It's very, very straightforward. And just slowly take out the ads, take your time with it, use your supers. And as you can see there, that marauder just went straight off to the left. So this is your safe spot for this room here. Once you're in there, just keep popping rifts if you need to, but you should be fine. Very, very straightforward. And you can stay in here for this whole encounter until you've taken everything out. Okay, so once you've cleared this room and you open up the vent here. Now there's 2 ways of doing this we found. Once you've opened up the vent, you can either go back out to the area there, back into the cave, and you can shoot it from there, and you can stay there and deal with the overloads that come out. But we found the best way is to just shoot it from this side and just take out the ads that you need to here, and then move over to the left side of the room. Now just watch out for the invisible marauders. Again, if you've got Titan shields, that helps tremendously. Rifts as well, or a well, whatever you've got, just throw it down. Now watch out for the tracer shanks as well, as you can see down there. But once you've taken everything out, you want to move over to the left here, and there'll be one overload just up there. You want to take him out first, once you've taken out the tracer shanks, and then take out the final one, which will be down the end. So just stay to the left here. They don't push you too much, so just slowly peek and take them out like so. Okay, so that's it for this room, so we'll move on to the next. Okay, so going into the more difficult parts of this Nightfall is this sort of arc pulsey room here. Now this one's quite difficult because the encounter doesn't start until you pick up the charge or the relic over there. Now once you do, as you slowly run down this area here, this corridor with that orb, more ads will spawn, as well as explodey shanks as well, so just watch out for those. Now we've done this a couple ways. We've had the Titan go with somebody else just to follow them down with a shield, just to protect from these arc charges as well as the explodies. But your best way is if you've got an invisible hunter, you can keep dropping the ball, making yourself invisible and running down. Just make sure you haven't got your teammates shooting the explodey shanks, because they will wreck you even if they're not too close to you. So first thing to do, wait for this arc charge to come past, then pick up your charge. Now you can slide, so the higher your mobility the better you'll do. And as you can see, the ads are spawning, and there's the unstoppable explodey, sorry. So as you can see, your best way is to just go invisible. Best way to do it, and then slowly work your way up, and the ads will despawn once you put the charge in. So that's it for this room here. Now moving on from there, straight into another very difficult room. Now this one isn't actually as hard as it seems. just slowly take out the adds that you can take out from here. Now if you're running Titan shields with Furiosas, we found 2 of those worked really well because they can just keep chaining them with each other. You can just jump in here, keep popping them, and you don't have to worry about much else. If you've got a well as well, that helps tremendously too. Okay, so you can see solar shields here as I'm on Legend and I'm not on the Grandmaster. There aren't actually solar shields in the Grandmaster. So, there isn't necessarily a safe spot for this. We've just found the best way is to just slowly take out the adds. Sometimes you can get safe on this side, as you can see there, they're trying to shoot you and they can't get through. Just watch out for the explodies as well as the wretches that push up as well. Okay, so that's basically it for this room. If you need safety, you can run back into here. Sometimes you can lure the adds back in so you can slowly take them out. Just keep an eye on the explodies that come in, the wretches, and obviously the anti-barrier and overloads. Try and take them out as quick as you can. But stay back in this point of the room. Try not to progress too far forward, and you won't have any problems. So that's basically it for this room. Okay, so moving on to the final room before the boss fight. Now this one is quite a straightforward room. Very, very easy to do. If you've got a Titan shield, again, you can pop it about here, and it covers really well. And you can just slowly move to the left here. Now this is a nice little spot on the left, because the only adds that can get you are the ones up top. Now, first things first, you want to get rid of that anti-barrier servitor, because he's going to keep making all the other adds immune to damage. Also take out the few little adds that pop up there. Now, once this... oh, where's he gone? There he is. Now, once the barrier has gone, you can take out the adds up the top, and you can make your way up there as well. Now, once you're up there, I think there's about 3 or 4 overloads on the bottom. Just take out the adds that are up here. Now, on the Grandmaster, I would take these out from range. Even if you've got to wait a bit, just take your time with it. Stay at range and take them out when you can. Okay, so once that's done, you can actually come to this back area here. Now, this will be a safe spot, so you don't have to worry about anything at all from up here. And you can do a little dance. Just watch out for overloads. So, once you're ready though, you can creep forward. Now, we've done this a few ways. You can either do it from down here and just stand about here at the bottom of the stairs and just wait for them to come into view once all these adds have gone, and you can just take them out one by one. Now, we used Divinity for this because it worked really well, and it was like one easy shot and a couple Anarchies as well. But yeah, there's a few more in the Grandmaster. I think there's about 4 that you've got to get rid of in total. But again, you can just stay here. This is a very, very easy room to do. Just take your time with it and pop up top if you need a bit of cover as well. Also, if you've got the finishers on, just try and save 1 overload like this one here for somebody to get a finisher and make some ammo for everyone else. Okay, that's it for this room, and yeah, that's it. So from there, let's go into the boss encounter. Now, this is probably one of the most enjoyable boss encounters for Grandmaster I've done. Now, I never did D1, so the Fallen Sabre was a completely new strike to me. But if you have done D1, I'm sure you've already got your own little glitch spots and special spots to go in. So you can always let me know what they are in the comments, and I'm sure everyone else would appreciate as well, anyone else that's struggling with the nightfall. So the boss room, I'm going to split into maybe about 3 separate spots you can go in. So once you've started the encounter, obviously the boss will spawn there. Now, the crit spots are these 2 rotors for the first phase. So first spot, you want to come over to the right of the room and this area here. Now, this we found absolutely godsend. Very, very helpful little area. You've just got to watch out for the boss. I mean, there's a few shanks that come to the right, but they don't really push you too much. So just take your time in here. If you've got Anarchies, chuck them on the boss. And if you've got Ursa Furiosa Titans, you can pop them as well, because normally you get it back pretty quick just from the boss shooting you. But try and get him as quick as you can, and he will go into the next phase. Now, that's it for the first one. So from there, you don't have to... Okay, so you can stay in this area for the next one as well, because as you can see, they don't push you too much anyway, and you just want to watch out for the tracer shanks. So this is the best spot to be in for this first encounter, including these wave of adds here. So you can just slowly keep peeking out. Lots of enemies out there, and just slowly take them out. There's an anti-barrier servitor, I believe, on the Grandmaster, from what I remember. So just take them out together, work as a team, and just take your time with it. Very, very easy, very straightforward. But that's it for the first damage phase. So, damage phase number 2. Now you can stay in this area if you'd like to. We did, and you can just slowly take down the boss's health. He will push you a little bit more, and just watch out for that stomp there. But again, you can stay in this sort of area here. The only thing to watch out for is once you finish this damage phase, the arc charges start to come out from this area here. So, once you've taken out all these adds, which are here, just watch out and make sure you get out of this area for the next damage phase. But this area is fine for just clearing these adds now. Okay, so moving on to the final phase of the boss here. Now, he doesn't go into a shield again, so you don't have to worry about it, but his crit does change. Now you've got to shoot him sort of in the open bit in the front of his shell. Now, you want to head over to this side of the room now. Now, this is going to be your safe spot. This is safe spot number, what are we on, 5? Maybe? No idea. Just make sure you take out these exploder shanks. Those are the things that can creep up on you. They can come from, normally from the right, you can normally see them. Just take your time with it. If you've got shields, if you've got well, keep popping them. But the boss doesn't push you too much, so you don't have to worry about it all that much. So it's really, really not that bad, this part of the boss fight at all. Okay, so once you have lowered the boss enough, he will sort of come out of his shell a bit, and that's when he becomes very, very, well, sorry, much more aggressive. Now, as you can see here, he's just about to pop. There he goes. Okay, so now he's going to start pushing you quite hard. So this is when you want to save some of your ammo. So save Anarchies. This is where the Chaos Reach came in for us. It was really, really helpful. Now, this area's here, you can get in. Those little pulses do come through, and they will kill you quite quickly, so just watch out for that and try and time them. But try and take down the boss as quick as you can in this phase. You just got to watch out for the tracer shanks. Now these are the ones that wrecked us very, very quickly. Now they can come out of the vents up there, like that one there, and there'll be more on the opposite side of the room as well, just over there. So take them out as quick as you can. Now on Grandmaster they won't have shields, so you don't have to worry about it. So that's essentially it for this room, guys. Now, if you're a hunter like I was here, you can keep going invisible, jump around the room, throw in whatever you've got, use your tethers, use your Anarchies, anything you got, try and take the boss down as quick as possible. But yeah, that's basically it. Very, very straightforward, this boss room. If you do need a glitch spot, you can jump in these sometimes for a bit of cover, but those shanks can sometimes shoot you, so just watch out for that. As you can see, I was getting shot there, so just take it easy. If you do need to get in there, jump in there for a little bit, just for a bit of cover. But yeah, that's basically it from me, guys. If you do it any differently, definitely write in the comments. Try and help out the other Guardians as well. But that's basically it from me, guys. Hopefully you guys get it done this weekend. Or sorry, this week. And yep, thank you very much for watching, and toodles.